I can't even imagine A, what it's like to be a teacher to try to figure all this stuff out, but then B, to be a coach like yourself, trying to provide answers, trying to provide guidance, trying to answer those hard questions from teachers. Like, this has got to be an interesting time to be a coach, I'd imagine.
I mean, honestly, a coach is perfectly positioned to guide that conversation. And Lisa's mentioning all the questions that are being developed by the administrator side, right? So then it is on us as the educator. How are we going to answer those questions? How are we going to meet those expectations in our classroom? And so really, at this point, providing professional development to your staff is going to be critical. And so luckily with our team, we've done a lot of work to train each other. And really, that's the way that you have to go about it, right? No one knows everything. No one's going to know everything. So making yourself as informed as possible, and being able to have those conversations in a way that is supported, and also providing a common language amongst your staff. Earlier you said, Matt, that you don't know what you don't know, and that is absolutely true. And because of the nature in which AI is really exploding at this point, we started out, maybe back in the 50s, I think at one point we had discussed, and then now, even in 2018, we've seen generative AI as early as 2018. But the reason why we're seeing it come on the stage so much now is because there have been so many advances in such a short time. We've had announcements from big companies like Google and different ones about how quickly they're being able to adapt the technology through multiple modalities. And so as a coach, seeing all of this information, it can be somewhat overwhelming to think, how can I distill all of this into something that's going to help my teachers and then also ultimately help my students? And so a lot of the challenges around this are deciding about like what your discussion is going to be. And so by getting that common language started, and through this resource, Lisa's showing this for us on the screen as well. But, just talking through what is artificial intelligence. Yes, it's a component of computer science, but what does that mean for me in my daily life? What does that look like for my brother who's not in education and he works, in business? What are the different pieces? What could that look like for my grandparents? Is there assistive technology? And so really just starting the conversation by providing a common language is super helpful. We're not going to have like, I loved that movie. It was excellent. Megan was an excellent movie, right? But we're not going to have that type of situation with AI, because AI is always going to mimic the humans. Because when we are talking about artificial intelligence, it is machines that are trained to mimic human behavior. And so this idea that, there will be this day when everything will fall apart is very, very obtuse and very extreme. And so being able to have those in a safe space, and talk through what that can feel like and look like, and understand that it's okay not to know. And if you don't know, it's okay to change your mind, right? Like we can start a conversation in one direction and be changed by that. That means we're learning and growing as humans.